Hey guys, today I want to do a video on why you should and why you shouldn't buy a Leica. So I'll give you the pros and cons of owning a Leica and help you decide if you're on the fence about getting one of these cameras. So I'm going to use my Leica M2 as an example. So this is my Leica M2, and Leica, the M series cameras historically have remained true to the basic look of the design, except for the M5, which looks a little different. But overall, the M3 all the way to the M10 kind of look similar, and that's the cool thing about these cameras. And also, these cameras are of mostly metal construction, so they're very durable, and they stand the test of time. Meaning, like you could drop it, and it will still work fine, and you'll need to do a cleaning lubrication adjustment every now and then. But for the most part, these cameras are very durable and will last you a very long time. And it's not just externally that's very sound, mechanically sound. Also internally is very sound as well. So it uses a cloth shutter that is very quiet when you hit the shutter release button, and when you advance the film advance lever is very smooth as well. And it's a very simple camera. So all you have externally is the shutter speed, the film counter. This is an M2, so the film counter is underneath the film advance lever. And you have the lens, which just consists of the aperture ring and the focusing ring on the bottom right here for my Summicron. So, and it's the same thing with the digital camera, guys. So I have a digital ME or an M9. The ME is a little different than the M9, but it's pretty much the same. But yeah, even with the M camera, it's just very simple. There's just the on off button. There's a single shot mode, continuous shot mode, and you have the shutter speed dial right here, and you just have the lens, which is interchangeable, and that's really cool because you could take a Leica lens that's brand new and put it on an M3 body, or you could get a Leica lens that's over 60 years old and put it on ME body like this one. And even the digital cameras have stayed true to the original characteristics of the M3, which was the first M camera to come out. And even the digital body is very durable on the outside and very mechanically sound on the inside as well. So those are the pros of the camera. Alright, let's go over the cons of the camera. So, for the most part, your Leica will work fine. They are very mechanically sound cameras, but in the event that you do need repairs, it's going to cost you a lot of money and time to get it fixed. So if you send a Leica camera to Leica itself for repair, and even a cleaning, lubrication, and adjustment, it's going to take you several months and a lot of money. Cleaning and lubrication and adjustment will cost you several hundreds of dollars, and getting a repair done can cost you up into the thousands. So if something breaks, you might be better off just selling the camera for parts and investing it in something else. So that's the one downside. And also, if you need a cleaning lubrication adjustment, there are third parties that do it as well. But even then, it's going to cost you a couple $100, and that's relatively cheap compared to what Leica charges. But still, at the same time, it's not that cheap, and it's still pretty expensive. So that's the one downside. Just getting it adjusted and cleaned and getting repairs done is a pretty expensive task. And also, these cameras are expensive, so that's another downside. These cameras are expensive, so the lenses are expensive, the bodies are expensive. So for the cost of a body of an M2 right here, you could get a Nikon F3 and a couple lenses and some film for the cost of just the body alone of this camera. And the Nikon F3 will work just as fine as this camera, and there's really no need to buy this camera if you just want to shoot film with any other camera. And the reason that people buy this camera is just for the Leica experience, as they call it. So Leica believes in keeping photography simple. So whether you want to shoot digital or film, you're buying into the Leica experience where you're just focusing on aperture, shutter speed, and ISO to capture that perfect photograph. And that's what the company prides itself on. And if you believe in their message and you believe in their cameras, then go ahead, buy the camera and do whatever makes you happy. But if you just want to shoot film with any other camera, the Leica is not the way to go. You're better off getting another camera that's much more affordable. But ultimately, it's up to you guys. If you're on the fence about getting this camera, a Leica camera, I hope I helped you out in some way. But just keep in mind, there's other ways to shoot film, more affordable ways, and other film cameras such as Nikon's, Canons, and Fujifilm will work just as well as this camera. So just keep that in mind. And if you like this video, give me a like. Thanks.